Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on this Sunday evening. I do appreciate you joining me one more Sunday. It's a day the Lord has made. Thank you so much. I am actually going to be demonstrating another Christmas card that I was thinking about. I haven't actually done it, but I'm actually doing it with you guys again because I think it's so nice when you can just do things, with people without having it already thought out. That kind of like spontaneous things. So I do thank you for joining me. And again, if you do like this video or you have any suggestions, feel free to comment, or if there's anything I could do differently, I would be very open to any suggestions you have. So unfortunately I started this video and then I run into a bit of a user error, and I had to restart it. But basically this is a cream 5x7 card that base that I have, and then I just basically bordered the card. I did use distress ink in order to blend it into the card. So far I have my sun up here, so I'm just going to remove this, just put that piece so we can have the sun, and then we can go ahead and remove all of this so that we can continue. Okay, so I'm going to be also using some stamps this time as well. So basically this is what we have so far. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue to decorate, and I will just demonstrate and let you know what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and just do a bit of landscaping right now, and I'm just going to kind of, I'm still going to be using the what I do have. I think I will use some fresh tape because I don't want it to get dirty. So I'm just going to go ahead and just lightly do this here. So I'm just going to put a bit of mountains, bit of mountainous thing right there. So I will use, I believe I'll just use this one, which is the Mermaid Lagoon. It's Mermaid Lagoon, not this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and lightly get the top here so we can have some kind of definition. Just lightly. Just to get that little mountainous piece there. And I'm doing this for the first time, so that's my disclaimer. So I'm hoping that maybe it will come out as I hope it would, but let's see. So let me see this. Okay, so not too bad considering it's for the first time. And let me do the other one, which is a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. These again. Just have to make sure I don't go over the edge of the card, which it looks like I just did right here. But at least you get the general idea. I'll have to find something to cover it up. So, okay, so we're going to do this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just lightly tap this here. And that's okay if, like we say back where I'm from, every mistake is a fashion. So if you make a mistake, that's okay. Just, try to recover from it and it will be just fine. So let's see what this one did. Okay, not too bad. I mean, you would kind of see there's some kind of definition going on there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put in some stamps, Christmas trees and stamps like that. So in that way we can see. So I'm going to start off with this one. Okay. All right. So I did have this, I got from Michael's when they have the sales. It's like a Christmas set. Hopefully you can see it, you know, just with just some different, you know, things on it there. So I'm going to go ahead and use the big Christmas tree for the front because it's the closer, and then I will kind of get it a little smaller. Now this is supposed to be layered, so I'm just going to figure out how I'll do it, but you know, let's go ahead and get started. So let me get my stampy things. I usually use my this here, and I think I'll use this here. I think I'll just use it because in that way, if this is the We Are Memory Keepers, I think that's very nice. It's like the Misty tool. So, you know, if in case you do run into any problems, you know, maybe not enough ink, then at least you could go ahead and just replace it. So I'm going to use that instead. So I think that would be the best thing for me to use, considering I'm not that experienced. I'm still learning this process. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with this Christmas tree right here. So I'm going to position this Christmas tree here because I needed to, you know, basically show that, you know, it's like it's forward. It's you know, so I'm going to kind of put it a little higher up here. Okay, so this is how this works. Hopefully if this doesn't come up. Okay, so what you basically do is you go ahead and get your ink on there. Just want to make sure I have enough ink so I don't have to keep going back and forth. And I'm using the Memento Tuxedo Black. So I'm going to go ahead and just do right here. So as you can see, I did have a spot here that did not come out properly, so I'm going to try to get it again. And that's maybe because maybe that this piece of card here might be just a little thick. So that's what I'm talking about when you have these things, and that can work, you know, it can definitely work. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one just a smidge lower, maybe about here. Okay, so let's try this one. Whoops. So far so good. It looks like it's coming along. So let's make sure. Okay, so we have that. So as you can see, look, you can see the trees. Okay, and let me go ahead. Now this dries pretty quickly, so I'm going to just give it a quick minute. Just make sure it's dry. Yeah, I think it's dry. And then we're going to go ahead and position this one now. So I can get a couple of trees in the back there. Okay. And YouTube has so many things that you know, demonstrations that you could look at, people who are more experienced than I am, you know, they can definitely show you a thing or two. So I'm going to put a smaller tree up there. I think what I'll do, I will use one that has less definition because it's further away. So let's see this one. For some reason, I am not getting this. There we are. I think I got it. Okay, so we're trying this tree here. Let's see. Okay, so this tree is over there. And I'm going to reposition again and maybe do maybe another one here. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I have that done. Okay, so that is good. Okay, so far so good. I think it's coming along pretty good. So I'm just gonna let you see. So far this is what we're looking at. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and oops, these two magnets, oh my goodness, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of reindeers. So I do have this reindeer here. I think I'll put this one right here, and I will put this one maybe around here. I think, you know, just so that you could, yeah, I think that'll work. Maybe just maybe get it off the page a little bit, maybe, so it looks like it's actually in the sand. Okay, so as you can see, I have the two reindeers here. Let me go ahead and get those in here. Okay, so we're gonna put them, I know reindeers are different colors, but or brown if you know, but unfortunately I don't have any brown, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do black. Hopefully nobody's afraid of a black reindeer. So let's do this. Okay, so I think the back of this one might need a little something, so I'm just gonna lightly dab the end and maybe the bottom of this one. That's what I like about the using these, because you can kind of just focus on the parts that you need fixed. Try this again. Okay, one more time. Let's see if it gets fixed. Okay, well, I guess we can just leave it like that for now. So I'm going to put those away, and then I do have just a little something like a Christmas wish. I think I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put that one in red. I think that's what I'm going to do for that one. Oops, let me just make sure I'm sitting it properly. Christmas wish. Okay. So let's get this on, and let's see how we do with the red. Now the only thing with that is going to be a little difficult because you see this red here is kind of different, so maybe I will change it out. Let me see what else I can use. I don't, unfortunately, I didn't invest in too many colors because I didn't want to have a whole bunch of color. So I'm going to try another set of stamps, and stamp ink that I have. So we're just going to get all of these things set aside for now so that we can continue. Okay, so I was thinking red or something like that. I think I have a red. This is a Hampton Art. Oh yes, we do have a red in there. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside and I am going to do the red. I'm just trying to make sure everything is not in my way and confusing for anyone. So I'm going to go ahead and just dab this here. Hopefully we'll get a nice red. Let me get it back this way. Let's see. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is basically what it looks like. You know, the trees. So just to maybe just add a little extra something to it, you see how easy it is to get, you know, just a little smudgy here. So let's see how we can cover that up, because I don't really like seeing smudgy things. Oh, I know what we shall do. I know exactly what we shall do. I do have a punch that I can use. So I'm just going to put this aside as well, because I cannot work with too many things all over the place. You know, it's just too much. I'm just going to tidy up a little bit. Okay. For some reason my wipes got a little, because I gotta take some of that stuff off the table. But so far you see how it looks. So I do appreciate that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my snowflake puncher. Sorry. So I do have my snowflake puncher. So I will go ahead and get me some glitter paper so that I can just cover up a few of those imperfections. So in the meantime, you can, you know, just see how it looks. So I do have some glitter paper. I'm just going to cut off a little piece so that I can get those couple of stars or snowflakes, whatever you call them. Okay, so this is my snowflake puncher. I'm going to just get a couple of snowflakes and just put them at different intervals on the card so I can go ahead and finish them off. And it's always good to get some baby wipes. Unfortunately mine dried out. I don't know why, but maybe it's just one of those things. Okay, so I have my snowflakes. So this is my snowflake punch. Oops, yeah, there we go. And this is my glitter paper, and these are my little snowflakes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put them at strategic points, you know, just to cover up little imperfections so that, and of course it doesn't dirty the rest of the card. Okay, so I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to do that. And as usual, my Tombow Mono liquid glue. This is the one I use most of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my first one. I'm just basically going to put it in the middle, and since I messed up right here, I'm going to put a star right here, you know, just in one of those places. I'm going to put one here as well because we do have a little something here too. And there's nothing wrong if you make mistakes on a card. You don't have to get rid of the whole card. Just find ways to cover it up. You know, just cover it up the best you can. And you know, again, like we say, every mistake is a fashion. And you might end up having a pretty beautiful card on your hands, to be honest. Even prettier than you even imagined that you would have originally. So okay, so maybe I might put, let me see, I don't want to put them too close though, for them to look like odd, maybe here. Okay, so here you have it. This is the Christmas card. It's a 5x7, and basically you can put any sentiment you want on the inside. I do have some sentiments in here that I can go ahead and put in. Things like, just very simple, like this one says, wishing you a season of gladness, a season of cheer, and to top it all off, a wonderful year. So there's just different sentiments. This one I also got at Michael's as well. So, you know, just so that you guys can see, I'll go ahead and get it stamped in there so that we can all just see the final product one time. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute. Okay. All right. So I'm going to set one here and this one over here. I love this one. This stamp press there. I mean, it is just so beautiful. I just love it. And I think just to make it look even lovely, I'm just going to put a Christmas tree in there too. So I can put this here in the middle. And then I can maybe put this Christmas tree in the corner here. Okay. All right, so I think that's where we're gonna put this, and then we have a Christmas tree in the corner. So let's get our press. Okay, and my ink. I usually just hold this with my hand, but you don't have to. I mean, it's just one of these things. There's no right or wrong way to apply your ink. So let's get this mashed down. Let's see. Okay, so this didn't quite go through. The words are a little light, so I'm going to go ahead and just get a little more ink on there. Okay, one more time. Let's hope it's better. The Christmas tree is better. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it's a lot better. Unfortunately, it looks just a little blurry, but you know, we don't want to mess it up and touch it anymore. And then I'm going to go ahead and put maybe a tar on the top of there. Oh, this can be so hard sometimes. Okay, so we're just gonna put like just a little snowflake up here, you know, just to finish it off. So here you have it. This is the sentiment on the inside and just a little Christmas tree, and I just put a snowflake, just pretending it's a star, who knows. But you know, you could do that and you could just sign it off, and this is your front. So thank you so very much for joining me. Again, if you love this idea, give me a thumbs up. And of course, please subscribe to my channel because every Sunday till Christmas I will be just doing different Christmas cards and ideas. So again, thank you for watching and do have a wonderful rest of the week and may God bless. Bye bye.